Hey guys, what's up? Scott here. I just want to give a quick thought video on this because it just, as a wrestling fan, it's frustrating and disturbing. So last night, WWE had the pay-per-view Payback here in Chicago. It was a decent show, but all in all, I just have to talk about the Bray Wyatt Cena thing. John Cena beat Bray Wyatt. Some people predicted this to already have happened and say, you know what, Cena's going to win anyway. But, you know, whether it was predictable for John Cena to beat Bray Wyatt or not, whether it's predictable or not for him to beat the Wyatt, it's not, is it right? Was it right? Was it fair? I'd say no. I'm just tired of John Cena having to have the ultimate victory. The ultimate, you know, it's like, okay, John Cena won at WrestleMania. A lot of people pissed off about that. Yeah, I had done videos leading up to WrestleMania. I'm like, as long as they don't do Bray Wyatt beats John Cena 90% of the match and John Cena hits him with 3 moves and wins, I'll be okay if Bray Wyatt, you know, would do the job for Cena at WrestleMania. And which, you know, they didn't do that. They put on a good match. Bray Wyatt stood there toe-to-toe with John Cena. Has some nice psychology and in-ring storytelling between those two at WrestleMania. I thought it was a good match, and I thought, you know, it helped elevated Bray Wyatt. That match along at being at WrestleMania, it helped him more so than it hurt him than losing to Cena at WrestleMania. He wins at Extreme Rules. I'm like, okay. By this point, their feud to me is starting to fizzle a little bit for me. I'm starting to lose a little bit of interest after ER. Then, you know, then you have this build here up to Payback, and John Cena wins the rubber match, so to speak. And I just don't get it. Why does Cena always have to have the ultimate say? You know, this guy is one of the most decorated WWE superstars in this generation, and honestly, of all time. Whether you hate Cena or not, you can't take away whether WWE gives him stuff, whether he's earned stuff, whatever. It's in the record books. It's his accomplishments to brag on. He has rights to brag on. I just don't get it. I mean, you know, for someone who's just as decorated as Cena, why does he always have to have the last say or victory, so to speak, in these type of matches? And what's really just mind-boggling to me, and really I think it could be damaging, is that they throw these new superstars at Cena. They throw these young, new up-and-coming stars to John Cena. They'll have a feud with Cena because it's something new and it's something fresh. But then, once it's time to, you know, end the feud or put a, you know, close the book on it, it's Cena that's the one that's turning the last page and closing the book on the feud with these young superstars. And to me, that's a little bit damaging because I don't care, you know, if we've battled, you know, if we've had 100 battles, it's the person that wins the war that claims to be the victor, and that ends up being the most important person. So, you know, when you have Cena have these multiple battles with these young up and coming rising superstars, but then he's the one that ends up winning the war, it's like, okay, well, what was the point of being with this young up-and-coming superstar and having these multiple feuds with him? What was the point? It doesn't do anything for him. That doesn't elevate him at all. And some people may say, well, just by him being in the ring with John Cena just helps elevate him. You look at the history with John Cena, that's not usually the case. WWE's done this multiple times. You go back, you know, 4 years ago, and look at Sheamus. When Sheamus was rising up through the ranks, they put him in there with John Cena. They did a cheap thing with Cena and Sheamus. What happened to Sheamus? After Sheamus and John Cena's feud ended, after which, by the way, John Cena hurted Sheamus. Sheamus dwindled, had to hit the restart button. You look at Alberto Del Rio, when they fed Del Rio to John Cena, when he was a young up-and-coming rising superstar, they fed him to John Cena. John Cena had the last say in that victory. What happened to Del Rio? Dwindled in the roster, and had to hit the reset button. You look at Ryback recently, a few years ago. Ryback rising up, they fed him to Cena. What happened? because Ryback didn't get the last say in the victory. Cena got it. Ryback is, and he's still dwindling and probably will never recover ever. So, and now you have this thing with Bray Wyatt. So now it scares me with Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt is one of their top up-and-coming rising stars they're investing in. I know Bray Wyatt has Triple H in his back pocket. Triple H loves Bray. He has been protective of Bray and helped build Bray and stuff like that. But it's just, to me, that doesn't mean nothing, because I mean, Sheamus was Triple H's buddy, and look what happened to Sheamus when he fought after his feud with Cena was over. I mean, it's just, it scares me now. I mean, why can't Bray Wyatt win the rubber match between him and Cena? It's got to be Cena. I mean, come on, WWE. This guy is a 14-time world champion, 2-time Royal Rumble winner, headlined multiple WrestleManias, and still is the franchise player of your company. It will not kill you to let Bray Wyatt be the one to end this feud with Cena as the victor. And as a matter of fact, this may not even be the end of the feud, because I've heard that this feud may even escalate and go further, ending at Money in the Bank, which, my God, I hope they do not do, because I am emotionally invested out of Cena and Bray Wyatt. I'd rather see Bray go for the U.S. title, Intercontinental title, World title, something. Other than being stuck with Cena for another month and a half to 2-month program. I'm done with this feud. You guys let me know what you think in the box below on this whole topic and situation. Comment, subscribe. Peace.